Hey folks, what's up? Welcome back to another Pocemon video, and I thought with the new year coming, it'd be fun if we just go over through the past year and see just in terms of the game and the channel itself, right? How it's been going, how we've slowly came to where we are, right? So this should be fun. So, anyways, starting all the way back, exactly a year ago, right? Also, New Year's celebration, all that stuff. Um, we got a lot of incredibly hype stuff. Like last year, New Year's time, we got our first Pokefair banners in the game. Um, and like before that, do keep in mind before that, Pokefair banners were not a thing at all yet, right? In the game. And then Cynthia and Lance were our first Pokefairs. And then after that, we got Ethan and Leaf as well. Which, by the way, Ethan was actually like not bad back then. The really sad thing about Ethan is like a month later, Red came and just completely blew him out of the water. And also, I guess it's slightly unfair to Ethan because like Ethan was like among the last sync pairs in the game before they introduced sync grids, which obviously sync grids are a huge buff to sync pairs, right? So I've been thinking like, did they like intentionally make like Ethan weak so like because they know like sync grids are coming up and they're just gonna um give him like an absolutely busted sync grid, which he really did get a really strong sync grid, right? Did they like intentionally make him weaker so he get like a busted sync grid later down the line? I don't know, right? Maybe, probably not. So that was fun. I'll also remember when the move gauge stuff changed uh for like a bit. That was weird as well. Let's see. What else? What else? Oh yeah, Cynthia and Lance. Cynthia and Lance when they first came out. Remember back then those synchrons. Cynthia was actually kind of terrible. Slash, it's like I wouldn't say she was terrible. She was like kind of underwhelming, right? She was just like a solid ground type striker, nothing too crazy, right? Which was kind of unfortunate because I mean, Cynthia really hype character. I mean, everyone loves like who doesn't like Cynthia, right? And she's pretty bad. Like if you compare her with like stuff like I don't know, back in the day, like even Lycanroc, right? Which Lycanroc was still like probably the best striker in the game, back in the day. And back then, strikers were completely meta, right? That was before like supports and techs came into the scene because back then a lot of the meta was still the co-op stuff, and in co-op, and it infuriates me to no end when people want to like, oh, bring back co-op. Like, this is revisionism. Like, co-op was very limited in terms of the sync pairs you could use, right? Like incredibly limited in terms of the sync pairs you could use. And like in a lot of cases, if you don't summon on certain banners, you just can't beat the stage straight up, right? And since the meta was co-op back then, right, for the most part, strikers were the most important units in the game overall, right? No one cared about supports or techs. Techs were really just like across the board bad, except for like the exception of like Will is okay-ish because he could do damage. Basically, if your tech doesn't do damage, your tech is useless, right? Back then, which again, this changed a lot when single player was the meta, which allowed us to use different strikers. You can now use you don't have to use this one specific striker to clear the stage. You could use whatever strikers you want, right? Or generally whatever. Like, I mean, some strikers still don't work, but more options. Techs became so much more useful, right? And then supports became so much more useful, and to the point where techs and supports are generally just more important than strikers nowadays, right? Because like I mean, if you like have insane supports and like a really bad striker, you could generally still beat the stage. If you have like a really good striker with bad supports, you're not beating that stage, right? Or text, whatever, right? So yeah, back then the meta was completely different, which was pretty crazy. So back then, Lance was generally better than Cynthia, just because like Cynthia just wasn't that great at all. Even though like Lance like had like nothing to buff himself, right? But like his raw damage is so good, and against single target, first 4 gauge hybrid beam user. Generally folks went for Lance a bit more. Well, actually, I don't know if folks went for Lance or something. I mean, maybe Cynthia's just more popular, even though she wasn't as great. Maybe people went for something more. Leaf and Eevee was really really good back then. Super fun as well, right? Because like in co-op, you could just you could just spend your first few turns doing stuff with like other sync pairs, and then eventually when the sync move came around, swap Eevee in, use a sync move, and then Benefactor. Like Benefactor was broken back in the day because again co-op was the big thing, and then Eevee Benefactor you could swap Eevee out and then carry on the stats. It's baton pass, right? Which doesn't work in doesn't work in single player at all. Also, I did an Eckertique City cover back in the day. Since you guys like my piano stuff, or have been liking the piano stuff recently, you can check that out. That was really nice. I love Eckertique City's music. Anyways, moving on. Let's see what happened next. Solgaleo was also huge, right? Solgaleo was really really good back in then, back in the day as well, right? Because you got like free 29. Like the big thing about Solgaleo was obviously the defense is really really good, but I sort of quickly pointed out the issue with Solgaleo, which was the move gauge consumption is really really bad, and overall a lot of issues with Solgaleo, right? Unfortunately. Sync move, physical special split, all that stuff. I mean, looks like he hit hard, but in reality, problematic, right? As you can see right now, right? Solgaleo is still kind of problematic as a sync pair, unfortunately, overall. Oh, I remember this video, the single or multi video. People got so mad at this one. Oh, people got so mad at this one. Because back in the day, it is outdated, and I put it in the title now because right now multis are better. Back in the day, singles were unquestionably better. Multis gave you nothing, right? Give you nothing else, right? You're not guaranteed a 4-star. You're not saving gems. It's still 3,000 for 10 units. Right now it's 3,000 for 11 units, which is why it's much better now. But back in the day, it was 3,000 gems for 10 units. There's no incentive to go for multis over singles, and singles are much much better because once you get the sync pair that you want in singles, you could stop. You don't have to waste the rest of your gems since you're not fully committing all your gems into the multi, right? And again, the rates are the same. There's no different rates. There's nothing hidden. There's nothing whatever, right? I don't believe in a lot of the superstitious things. No one cares, right? But people got so mad because people are absolutely convinced that multis were better. Even though again that was proven not true, because it's easy to feel like multis are better because you're getting, for one pull, right, or one click of a button, you're getting 10 units, and obviously the chances of getting 1 5-star in 10 pulls is much higher than in one single pull, right? But when you add those 10 single pulls up, it's still the same as the multi-pull. But a lot of people, like, it's a psychological thing, I guess, right? People just thought multis were, but again, in reality, singles were much better. But now multis are definitely better, right? Which is why I changed the title, so people stop clicking on it, stop watching it. It's outdated, as you can see. Moving on, let's see what else. Training events. Damn, training events were so boring. They were so bad. That's something else that people are talking about. When are training events coming back? Man, training events were so boring. Why do we want training events back? I do understand, if folks do want like dupes of the free to play sync pairs to come out, but like please just give them in just give us like the free to play the dupes in some other form. Let's not do the again revisionism all over again. They were incredibly boring. They're incredibly boring. Super easy, nothing to do, right? Full force battles and all of that stuff. It's so much more fun, right? And basically, that's how they replaced them, right, with full force battles, because instead of dupes, now we just get the move caddies, which are basically the same thing. They're basically the same thing, except, again, back in the day, training events, now it's just move caddy. Although, back in the day, the training events, like around this time, we didn't have dupes, because synchros weren't a thing yet, right, if I remember correctly. So, anyways, moving on. Let's see. Oh, synchros. Happening. Back in the day, we didn't know what synchros were going to do, right? This I think is still my most viewed video on the channel. Although I do wish people would stop watching it because again, it is outdated, right? Because back in the day, Olivia was on the top. Olivia right now, I mean, she's still good. She's still good now that it's synchro update, but she's definitely not on the top anymore, unfortunately. All right, let's see what else. Sportius, whatever. I mean, it really didn't matter, honestly. Yeah, Oh, this I did this video. How Pokemon Masters actually, because they started out really strong when the first game first came out. It was super hype. Everyone was covering it, right? All that stuff, and then afterwards it did kind of drop off because like they a lot of like missteps, right? The banners weren't really interesting. The gameplay was kind of boring. It's just the co-op thing, like incredibly boring, right? And very limited because again, if you don't have the specific sync pairs, you just can't beat the thing, right? It was frustrating, nothing to do, right, for the most part, and it was unfortunate. It was definitely unfortunate. So yeah. But after that, they I think in December they had the seasonal banners. They had the free, the legendary event with Mewtwo, all that stuff, and the Solgaleo event. They released Poke Fairs with Cynthia and Lance, and immediately the game, kind of revived a bit, right, which was cool. Moving on. Let's see. What else was going on? Ethan summons. Oh my god, my Ethan summons. Oh, my Ethan summons were so bad. that was the origin of my bad summons, right? It kind of started with Ethan. Although back in the day, like if you compare it to like my bad summons now, right? Like the Volkner or Lily Bee summons, right? It wasn't that bad because back in the day I only needed like one copy. Nowadays, obviously, we need more. So it's yeah, it was so much worse back in the day. All right. Oh, remember? Oh, this is when Synchrons actually first came out. I was the original supporter, right? I was the original supporter of Torkoal Flannery. Everyone was overlooking Torkoal Flannery. It was, oh, look at Infernape's grid, which Infernape's grid, also not terrible, but like I thought Torkoal Flannery's grid was like insane because like the amount of damage, your one gauge move just does is absolutely crazy, and plus really good defenses, all that stuff, right? There's one gauge spamble Ember, ton of damage with the extra burn, and Torkoal Flannery honestly really was the sync pair that kicked off, right, the growth and just absolute dominance of tech sync pairs in this game, right, in the meta. So that was fun, right? Remember, I started the propaganda, folks. Leaf came out. Leaf was really fun in co-op, I guess. Let's see, what else? Oh, then we got the next set of Datamined stuff. Zinnia Rayquaza, Steven Metagross, right? Potentially red, right? Yeah, that was some stuff, right? Let's see. First 5-star expansion. I don't even remember what was all this stuff. But yeah, Kukui. Kukui when it first came out, that was fun, right? Yeah, I mean, Kukui was really good for the Zinnia event. A lot of people didn't believe me, right? Because like the thing with Kukui, like if you lower your opponent's defenses enough, because Rayquaza had a crit shield, right? It effectively gives you the extra multiplier that you usually get from crits, right? For the most part, obviously don't go through defenses, all that stuff, but that was really good. Rayquaza was actually not terrible back in the day, right? Because like back in the day, again, our choices were limited. We did get like Claire and Iris, and I did talk about how like they were probably better, honestly. But yeah, I mean, she was never like as good as like Mewtwo or Solgaleo when they first came out, right? So that was unfortunate, but yeah, Steven was nuts, obviously. I finally got Caitlyn after a very long time. This place, yeah. This period was hype because they released that really vague trailer with Professor Oak, and everyone was trying to like see what it was, right? So that was really fun. Turned out to be Mew, right? As we dissected the trailer, all that stuff. Oh, the absolute just farming of level up manuals in the Rayquaza event, right? Let's see. Mew came out. Mew was really good. Mew is still really good, right? And then we got the Rosa and Erica grids, right? Oh, Erica's grid was really fun, right? All that stuff. Metagross came out. Metagross actually, when Metagross first came out, Metagross was nowhere as good as it was today, right? Because again, back in the day, meta was co-op, right? Co-op had a lot of issues, right? You can't flinch a lot of units, right? healing is not nearly as important. It's so much more important just to do as much damage as you can possible. And Metagross is actually a pretty bad damage dealer. I mean, Metagross still is not that great of a damage dealer. Like, Metagross damage is relatively low in comparison to, like, some of the other top tier structures. But, you know, the reason why Metagross is really, really good right now is because, obviously, the flinches, the heals, defense, all that stuff, right? But yeah, Metagross was okay, I guess. Moving on. Oh, first glimpses of Wallace as well, right, in the story event. Oh, here's where everything just, you know, rammed. Because, like, this was also during, you know, the Pokemon anniversary, right? So I think it was because of the anniversary they gave us Oak, right? And then they ramped it up to the half year anniversary, and that was when we got damn, I remember this. I was like shaking when I was just going through the stuff. We got Singsu Red, we got Sabrina, obviously, and we got Singsu Lisa, right? Valerie, free to play, and Fantina is a huge just month of like just absolute just insanity, right? Red, unquestionably back in the day, best unit in the game because again, co-op was you know, the meta. Nowadays, I highly disagree with Red being the best unit in the game, just because of how the meta changed. But back then, unquestionably the best unit in the game because again, co-op, like he's just so good in co-op, right? And yeah, that was pretty crazy. And then afterwards, Sabrina, which was fantastic. Love Sabrina. Although back in the day, Sabrina was nowhere as good as Sabrina was now. And back in the day, I would probably like if I would like back like Singsu Lisa would be better than Sabrina because again, co-op was the biggest thing in the world, right? Back then, Balvilla wasn't out yet. Balvilla was almost out, right? But it wasn't out, and I do believe back in the day, Sabrina was nowhere as good, unfortunately. But now, like now that the meta, you know, single player, Sabrina is absolutely insane, right? So that was interesting. Suzu Lisa was really, really good. Obviously, Fantina was okay-ish. I mean, before the synchro, Fantina was kind of disappointing, unfortunately, in my opinion. Let's see. Moving on. The story, the Sabrina chapter, fantastic. I love Sabrina. Anyways, Balvilla, more speculation about Balvilla, all that stuff. Oh yeah, they dropped Singsu Red and Singsu Lisa on the same day. I don't know why. Like, why would? I mean, sure, there would be some people who would like summon on Singsu like Elisa over like Red, but like, come on. Obviously, most people are gonna summon on Red. Why do you guys like release the banner at the same date? That's kind of sad. Yeah, back in the day, Singsu Lisa was probably the best support in the game, right? Not anymore though, obviously. It's just crazy how much the meta changes with basically just game modes, right? Because like most of the time, like the differences in like how well a sync pair is, or you know how weaker it is, a lot of the times it's based on like the game modes, right? In this game. So that's cool. Anyways, Battle Villa came out, and that's when Pikachu just shot through the roof in terms of usability, right? Pikachu was insanely good in Battle Villa, so that was crazy. Let's see. Karen Grinsley rerun, Mewtwo rerun with the grid for Karen Grinsley. Karen's grid was like incredible, right? Grimsley obviously really, really good against Mewtwo, not so much anywhere else. Let's see. How grid, it's okay, right? Let's see. What else? I don't even know what's going on here. Oh, Sabrina came out. Wow. 10K views on the Sabrina videos? Damn, what the hell? Oh, people got super mad at this one too. I was thinking like, Alexam hit harder than Giovanni, which I was slightly at fault there because I forgot about that one sync buff on Giovanni. But afterwards, I still did the math, right? And again, for those of you who don't know, Alexam hits harder than Mewtwo, right? But people are still mad at it because, I mean, I don't know why, because they just feel like Giovanni somehow just better. I don't know. It's not. Alexam is better, but oh well, whatever. People like Mewtwo. I love Mewtwo. Mewtwo's my favorite legendary Pokemon, right? I just don't think he's that good at Home Masters, unfortunately. I mean, he's better now that Psychic Turn's a thing, right? He got a huge buff now. Miss Magius summoning on Fantina, so you don't have to. Yeah, no one really cared too much about Miss Magius back then. All right. And then the next month. Oh, this month I thought was really, really boring. I thought this month was kind of oof month, right? Guzma Plumeria, like Guzma obviously really popular, but like there wasn't really anything going on this month. It was a pretty dead month, unfortunately. Clement, right? Clement obviously really. Oh, Clement's got a huge buff recently, right? With this, so that was fun. Yeah, Guzma Plumeria. I remember the Guzma summons. That was absolutely. Oh, if you guys never watched the Guzma summons before, go watch it. It was something of a legend, man. Wow. That was the legendary summoning video. Um, let's see. Yeah, there was really nothing going on in the game over here. Eggs were announced, right? If I remember correctly, around this time. I gridded Hau finally. Took me a while. We stopped burling Marshall. I mean, poor guy. I'll give him a break. There's nothing to really build him on. Caitlyn rerun. If I remember correctly, that was with the Synchro expansion, right? Caitlyn Synchro expansion. Let's see. Oh, the trailer thing with Hello and when did we get the 1.5 or the 1 year anniversary teaser trailer thing? Because like for the longest time we didn't know when it was coming. We just knew like it was coming, right? So there was that. Yeah, Hello Silver, all that stuff. That was the next Datamined. Wally. Wally, was it Cynthia rerun? I don't remember. Whatever. Wally, Silver, Jasmine, Wallace. Also, kind of not that hype month, right? We did get the eggs, which was cool. And obviously, every time there's a legendary event, it's always a hype month overall, right? But like the sync pairs, I mean, I love all of these. I love, Wallace and Wally are like my top 1 and 2 favorite male trainers in the series, right? Jasmine, I also like Jasmine a lot too, right? But overall, it was kind of a month, right, for the most part. Again, the Eggmons were hype, right? Wallace was hype. Wallace is fantastic, right? Still is fantastic. Oh, I remember this video. I remember this video because I was speculating that like maybe because of the Entei arena they might release Singsu Blue Blastoise, and people got so mad. People got so mad at me. That was like my most disliked video ever. And then I had to like do like another video responding because like people just cannot listen. People cannot. Oh, some people just don't have the ability to listen, and it drives me crazy. Because like people apparently thought, oh, what, you told us to summon go all in on Cynthia, and now you're saying Singsu Blue's coming out. What the hell? You're the worst. Whatever, right? And one, I never said that. I always told people to like wait until the last day just in case we get more info, right? And again, and I also said, it was Synchro expansion for Cynthia. And I also said it's always not a bad idea to summon on Cynthia, right? I mean, Cynthia's insane, right? I mean, but people got mad anyways because they can't listen and they just like blaming their faults on other people. And it's popular to hate on YouTubers. I mean, that's right. Let's see what else. Entei came out. Oh, when Entei first came out, that was crazy hard, right? Obviously, Legendary Arenas not as difficult as they were before, right? But a multitude of reasons. We're just getting more sync pairs, better understanding the game, all that stuff, right? More expansions for sync grids, right? Just more available sync pairs. Just make the game, easier, right? Moving on. Let's see what else. Wally came out, all that stuff. Cool. Whatever. I don't even know what's going on here. Jasmine. We got the Datamined for the next month. Singsu Grimsley, Berg, and Dawn. Also a bit of a dead month. There's been like periods of dead months in the first half of the year, honestly, right? I mean, these were cool. I mean, again, good units, but like it just wasn't like as hype, right? That's all good and fun. What else? Entei Legendary Arena. Fun. If I remember correctly, Pocemon like promoted one of my videos around here. I think it was this video, the free to play one. Anyways, that was fun. I don't think they do that anymore. I mean, they probably still do. I just never really talked to them about it. Let's see. Oh, we interviewed Lizzie Freeman, by the way, the voice of Sabrina. That was okay. I was super nervous with that one. I think I screwed that one up, honestly. Anyways, oh well. Moving on. Let's see what else we got. Oh, the bug type egg event. Oh, Scyther's absolutely busted as a bug. Yeah, Eggman. I mean, it still is really, really good, right? Um, Back in the day, I thought Guzma was better than Scyther, but now the more I look at it, the more I think Scyther's probably better than Guzma overall. Just Guzma's role has diminished a lot, right? Okay, and this is the month where we got the best unit in the game, Serena, right? And Serena is still the best unit in the game, just because like AOE just hypnosis is just incredibly busted, like it's incredibly busted, right? With accuracy buffs all, and plus she hits like an absolute truck, right? Insane sync move damage, insane overheat damage, all that stuff. Yeah, Serena's just incredibly busted. Lucy came out, that was fun. Arbok, right? With the anime stuff, tie-in, crossover, whatever. So that was fun. Hildegrid, Crobat Grid. Crobat's insanely good. I mean, he's still really, really good. Morty, he's okay, I guess. I don't know. Let's see, what else? Sharpedo, Hildegrid. These were all good, all good, all good. Morty, auto-optimize. Screw you guys, that was terrible. Don't ever do it again. Let's see. Crobat, Guzma. Man, I miss the good days when Guzma was actually good. Oh, Palkia Legendary Event. Yeah, that was nuts. I mean, Crit Strike 9, Palkia. Alolan. Not. I keep on trying to call him Alolan Steven. Summer Steven, Summer Lyra, all that stuff. Like ever since this month. Like, honestly, like, after, like, the half-year anniversary, I think a lot of things died down a bit, and then stuff started picking up around this month, right, 5 months ago, when we had, like, summer units, Palkia, and then it just feels like we just never got off that, like, hype train. It just kept on going, right? Like, oh my goodness, non-stop. We got Singsu Cynthia as well as a Poke Fair, right? Back in the day, we didn't get Poke Fairs, like, nearly as often as we do now, right? Latios Legendary are just non-stop, just stuff, like stuff after stuff after stuff. If I remember correctly, Lance's Sync Grid was around this time as well, right? Insane. Yeah, just non-stop roller coasters, right? Brock Grid, Brock's insanely good, man. I think people still underrate Brock. Sings with Cynthia, absolutely fantastic. Lance's, again, Sync Grid expansion, all that stuff, that's always fun. Sings with Cynthia. Oh, and then we got Azelf, right? That was again, basically the end of that, and then we got the 1 year anniversary. Damn, it's been 4 months of the 1 year anniversary. It doesn't really seem like that long, but yeah, right after that we got the 1 year anniversary. And obviously you guys know how good these are, right? Insane units overall, right? Let's see what else. Red came back, obviously. Singsu Blue. I got that collab with D3, which YouTuber I respected a lot, right? And I watched a lot back in the day. And Blue, right? Fantastic. That was really, really cool. For just on a personal note, it was kind of cool for me. Yeah, these guys. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, the EX, the pole. Swana obviously won easily. And we are getting Swana soon, finally, right? Let's see what else. Oh, the Johto trio Synchro expansions. Obviously, all of them got better. Even Chris got better. Is she that good? No, not really, but she did get better. Let's see. Oh, then the Aether family came out. Oh my God, losing me still so good. Gladion. Oh, whatever. Moving on. And obviously, Adversary 6 REXs, that was a thing. Started becoming a thing, right? And then we had like that weird like dream team thing. That was kind of weird. That actually like leaked the Aether trio before like Paul Masters even announced it. So that was super weird. The shiny Charizard, I didn't get any. I didn't get Charizard, unfortunately, which was probably the one I liked the most because I really like shiny Charizard, man. But we didn't get it, unfortunately. Let's see. Moving on. I just cold called Faulkner right before it came out. It was for like the wrong reasons too, but I just somehow got Faulkner over there. Moving on, Halloween, right? Halloween was fun. I mean, Hilbert's still insane. Mullane, Doug Trio, that was our last free-to-play sync pair, if I remember correctly, right? So that was cool. Faulkner, obviously. Acerilla is still probably, in my opinion, probably like the weakest seasonal overall. I mean, she's still not bad, but she's just not anything Crazy Island. Lisa Synchro, that was insane, right? With 6-star EX, that's super fun. Um, let's see. Did Entei come back? I guess Entei came back from the looks of it. What else? What else? What else? I don't know. More fun stuff. Then let's see Altaria. It was already 2 months ago. Really? It just seemed like it was like, it didn't seem that long ago. Bianca, this guy still sucks. I mean, he might be decent in master mode. Who knows? If you want to take like the if they cut the move gauge thing, whatever. Anyways, yeah, all this stuff is nice. Oh, Rayquaza rerun. That was like when everyone just got super mad at DNA, which was, it worked out eventually, right? Yeah, obviously we got huge improvements, which was nice, right? A lot of people always say, "Oh, what the heck? You're always defending DNA or whatever." Not really. I mean, whenever something on their part they screw up, I definitely support talking about it so we could actually get improvements. Like, oh my god, like what? Honestly, folks, for people who actually believe that, like what do I gain from like defending bad decisions, right? I mean, even on like a selfish level, if I want to, like, my goal, obviously, I want my channel to do good. I want to, do things that I enjoy and also, help people out with it, right? Obviously, hopefully make some money on YouTube to at least fund my polls, right? And what would be better if I defend bad decisions that they make and they eventually lose players, I lose viewers, right? Or I could help send feedback and communicate some things that you guys are always saying to them and see if they can get improvements. If they improve the game, more people play the game, I get more viewers. I really don't understand why people have this like insane conspiracy theory about like me being like some sort of like DNA agent, like just like defending them like at all costs. That's like insane, right? But obviously I'm also not, I generally, my critiques are mostly based on facts, right? Because like, here's a really really important thing. Like, if you're trying to like go after something, right? And it's just not in just not in Pocemon, just in general, right? If you want to get something fixed, if you want to communicate something, if you have to get your facts straight, right? If you don't have your facts straight and you just like emotionally just yelling at people, like, that's not going to get anything accomplished. You're going to make yourself look really bad, right? And that's unfortunately something that I see a lot happening on like the subreddit or whatever, or on social media sometimes, which is unfortunate, right? But yeah, anyways, moving on. Gloria, we got leaks of Gloria, right? Then we got the trailer, all that stuff. Alder randomly dropping in the middle of the month with an extra data download, so that was fun, right? 6-star EXs for Cynthia and Steven, which I love those outfits, man. They're so good. Let's see. Gloria came out. Oh yeah, the time trial. I don't know. I don't remember doing too much content during the time trial because it was like midterms for me. I was super super busy. Plus I didn't like the time trial. Prestige event. Some people got big mad. Actually, a lot of people got big mad. But I mean, we went over it, right? Pros and cons, all that stuff. Improvements. Lots of improvements they probably need to make for next time. Erica Comfy came out. The Christmas units. Brendan Sinkbird, Reggie Rock, Legendary Arena. Super, super fun, right? Finally start doing some more difficult, rather difficult stages, which was fun. And then we got N and Zekrom. And then we got the data mines for these, and we are at present day. So that was a fun trip down memory lane, wasn't it? Right? Fun trip down memory lane. Ups and downs, as with life is. Sometimes you have the ups, sometimes you have downs. I really don't like the people who always if there's like anything that goes wrong with their life, they just completely just give up, right? Like this with this game as well, right? If there's like one misstep and they're like, oh, we're done. Like this, there's no way we're recovering from this. It's over, right? I mean, come on, right? They had their ups and downs. Obviously, this game still has a lot of issues that need to be addressed and fixed, all that stuff. But that's just part of the process, right? I mean, no one's perfect, right? And sometimes when they screw up really, really bad. But, as long as we continue to send feedback, you know, tell them what we think about things, they generally gradually will improve, right? Like the big thing, like back in I think was October, it was like, oh, you know, the scout tickets suck, they're terrible, which was objectively false. I mean, it was free anyways, right? But like, oh, it's gonna take forever to get them, and then boom, like a few months later, they give us like 120 of them for free, right? Like just out of like nowhere. I mean, they were free anyways. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Fun times, fun times. Been a roller coaster of a year, man. Roller coaster of a year indeed. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, I guess. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. I mean, we're at what, 28k subs? Unfortunately, we couldn't beat the official Poem Masters YouTube channel's sub count before the year ended. But oh well. That was fun. That was fun. A lot of great memories, and painful ones, Volkner banner, etc. I'd rather not think about that. But anyways, again, thank you guys so much for supporting the channel for this past year. Hope everyone is safe, right? Take care of yourselves, and hopefully we have a much better year moving forward. So anyways, again, a lot of upgrades coming to the channel as well soon, so that should be fun. Stay tuned, and thank you guys again. Hope you guys are, again, having fun, staying safe. I'll see you guys in the next one.